everyone, this is Arlene with a video for I Am Roses, and today I'm going to show you how I made this dimensionalized flowers using the new Puffy Daisies available on iamroses.com, and I just really love how it's just so thick. And this technique is out there on YouTube. There's a lot of folks that did the same technique, and I did the same thing with my Pretty Posies tutorial that I recently put up on YouTube. But I'm using a different petal, so it's just a different idea, and it comes out looking quite different depending on what kind of petals you use. So this little tin can is actually from Michael's. It's a really cute idea. I'm using the Puffy Daisies from iamroses.com as well as the skeleton leaves. And then I have some seam binding and this really pretty vintage lace that I got in a rack from Tammy, who's Mrs. Nicole 2009 on YouTube. Hey Tammy. And so I intertwined some seam binding in there because the lace had these little holes in it, which was convenient. And then I just tied some seam binding and put two little I Am Roses rosettes on there. The center of this flower are findings that I got on Etsy from Canterbury Lane. And this is just some fine twine that I usually use on my cards, but I put it on either side of the flower, and just like how that came out. So this is, easily can be given to your mom for Mother's Day, and she could use it as a pen holder or, whatever you want to do, but it's really cute. You could stick a gift card in there. I was playing around with the flowers, and this was the first one that I made. I put a Recollections pebble in the center of the flower, so that's how it turned out. I didn't glimmer mist this or starburst stain it or anything. It's just a plain flower. With this one here, I used my all-time favorite from Lindy's Stamp Gang, which is the Golden Sleigh Bells, and I think this is like my third bottle, but as you guys can tell, it's almost gone. So with this tutorial, I'm going to show you how I put this flower together, and I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to use Marigold Yellow Orange, and I replaced my dauber top with the spray, because I'm going to be using the spray. So let me get this out of the way, and I'll show you how I put this flower together. And it's very similar to the tutorial that I already put out for Pretty Posies, but it comes out, of course, looking extremely different. So here's one. I'm going to need a total of 8 petals. And these are available on the I Am Roses website, and it comes in packages of 50. Okay, so I got 6. I'm just making sure that some aren't connected to each other, so I'm not using more than I need. And then I'm going to get my spray box. Now typically I would like to paint them because I don't want them to kind of lose their shape, but there's just so many petals, it's going to take me like, I don't know, it'll take me forever to get those painted up. So I'm just going to spray them for now. And it's so cool how you can turn this flat flower into something so dimensionalized and pretty. And the flowers itself are already pretty. I already know I wanted these when Boonma sent me some samples with my last package, and so I had to buy more. Okay, so now I'm going to shake up my starburst stains. And when you spray your flowers, by the way, because they're mulberry, they soak up the liquid. So if you have spray from a previous project down there, like maybe green or black, and you spray like yellow or orange, it's going to soak up the dark color into your petal, so be careful. I always like flip around the packaging paper. When you get your packages in the mail, save the packaging paper because you can stick it in your spray box and you can always change it and throw it out. So instead of wasting paper towel, just use the packaging because y'all know you're shopping just like me. So we all have packaging. Okay. And this is a new sprayer, so let me get it started here. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a few sprays on the top, and then I'm going to flip it over and spray the back side. And you want to make sure both sides are colored because of the technique that we're using. It's going to show both sides of the flower. So you don't want anything white. And see how I missed that part right there? So I just have to be careful. That's where painting comes in handy, because when you paint, you don't really miss any spots. When you spray, like look right here. There's a white spot right there. See that? And you tend to use more spray, as you can tell, but... Okay, now I'm just going to flip them over and spray the back side. And what I love about the Starburst sprays too, and the spray top, is I have never once, of all the time that I've used Lindy's Stamp Gang, ever got a clog sprayer, ever. Never. when it starts clogging, it's not really clogging, it's just out of spray. Okay, so now that I got them all sprayed up, I'm just going to get my heat gun and I'm going to heat set this until they're completely dry. Okay, so I have all of my flowers and they're dry. I'm just going to get my box out of the way. Okay, and wow, look how pretty they came out. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hot glue gun, over here, and I'm going to put 2 of them together. So I have a total of 8, right? So I'm going to get 2 of them and I'm going to put them together. And I'm going to kind of overlap the petals just a little bit, like I did in my last tutorial. Just a little bit of glue. And just set them right on top of each other, like so. Okay, and this is your base flower, with a flower, okay? Now, same concept. This is what the flower looks like. You just fold it in half. And I'm going by the circle in the middle, this circle right here. And then there's a little hole in the center. Just fold it in half. Okay. And then add a little bit of glue on this bottom part of the circle. And then fold it in half again. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then put a little bit of glue on the side. Just like so, and you're going to fold it in half again. Okay, and I'll get a little bit of glue on me, but it doesn't burn or anything. Okay, so now it looks like this. You see that? Just looks like that. Okay, we're done. Now we need to do that with the other 5 petals. So you fold it in half. Glue on the bottom part of one side, the half circle, and then fold it in half. And then glue on one side, fold it in half again. And just squeeze the bottom there. Take any excess hot glue off. So it looks like that. Okay, and we just keep on going. So I'm going to fast forward this part here because I think you guys get it. Okay, so I'm done putting my petals together. I have all 6 petals scrunched up and ready to go. So now what I'm going to do is adhere it down to the base of my flower. So I'm just going to put a strip of hot glue from the center over to the side just a little bit, and I'm going to lay down my first petal, and I'm going to push down on the center and just make sure it's flush to the outside of my base. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing directly opposite or directly across from that petal. I'm going to take another one and I am going to set it directly across from that and just kind of hold it down in the center, making sure I'm looking here that it's flush with the outer part of the base. And the reason why I want to do that is I want to make sure my flower is a perfect circle, right? I don't want it to be oval or a different shape. Okay, so now that I have those 2 directly across from each other, I can start layering on the other 4 petals. I'm going to be putting 2 on either side of the flowers I just laid down, or the petals I just laid down. So I'm going to lay a piece of glue next to one of them, and I'm going to lay down the next petal. Okay, again, just making sure I look and make sure it's flush with the outer part, and then I'm going to stick more glue here, and this is where the next petal's going. Okay, and it just goes right there, fits perfectly. Just need to push it in just a little bit because it looks like it was sticking out. I really love this color. Marigold, yellow, orange. I Am Roses and Lindy Stamp Gang is just such a perfect marriage of products, you guys. I am just so excited to be part of both companies. It's really exciting for me. Okay. All right. Okay, so pushing down, making sure it is flush with the outer part. And then I have my last petal to put on. And I'm just going to stick that in the last slot that I have here. Okay, just making sure again, pull this part up, that it's flush to the end. Perfect. Okay, do you see that? That is just so pretty, you guys. I'm so in love with making these. So I just need to put a center on it, and let's see. I have a couple of centers here. I have some river rocks. I probably want to do a pearl. I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue. Into the center. And I'm just going to drop my pearl right in there. Okay, so there is my flower. Very, very cool, very easy, you guys, and you can pretty much make any color that you want if you buy the ivory packs. And this is what they look like. So this is what they look like when you buy them. They come in a pack of 50, and really, really fun to work with. So as you can see, I love the dimension. And here again, here's my project, and here is the flower. So check out I Am Roses at www.iamroses.com. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.